missing hiker's family flies in as the search is downgraded.
We're also preparing for the worst. We're keeping some hope.
More evidence doubts in the police case against Dr Mohammed Hanif. And a Devonport man's dream ride across Europe for cystic fibrosis. Cycling halfway across Europe would be an ambitious aim for the fittest of us. For anyone with cystic fibrosis, it's pure fantasy. But that hasn't discouraged a Tasmanian sufferer who's packed his panniers for a 4,000-kilometre ride to raise awareness of the chronic lung condition.
Walter Van Praag was told he'd probably die before he was 20 and had almost no chance of living past 35. He's now 42 and about to ride 4,000 kilometres from Paris to Istanbul. It was just a holiday fantasy with his wife until a recent visit to the doctor.
When he heard about it, he says, "You should be doing that for cystic fibrosis awareness." And that's when the holiday plans went out the window.
To take on the bicycle trip that he plans with the lung function that he has is truly remarkable.
The challenge would intimidate most people. Mr Van Praag is dogged by permanent mucus on his lungs and needs huge doses of medication every day.
Training for me started when I was diagnosed, well, when I was a child. I was always active and I have stayed active and I've always kayaked and cycled.
The 71-day odyssey will be shared with a handful of training mates and captured on film. The star performer hopes to produce an inspirational DVD for every cystic fibrosis clinic in the world.
And I'm going to make a positive movie that people who are newly diagnosed or teenagers who are depressed with cystic fibrosis can look at it and say, we can cough, it's all right, it's what we need to do, we can still have a good time.
Well, I think it's very important for families, young people with CF, to realise that the outlook has changed dramatically over the past, 20 years or so.
Walter Van Praag's biggest worry is coping with recycled air on his 30-hour plane trip to Europe. The adventure starts tomorrow. Rowan Dix, ABC News, Devonport.